Welcome to the Shot Clock, everybody. That should say 35 seconds because we are going back to school. We're going to talk a little bit about Kentucky basketball and if they're going to go undefeated this season. John Calipari's Kentucky team is something special this year, very special. One of the most dominant teams we've seen in any college basketball regular season history, and they're going to be making a run. And it would be foolish for your brackets to think an upset in the tournament is going to happen before at least, I want to say, the Elite Eight, but they're definitely making the Sweet 16. I know. I've said these things before, like Dallas Cowboys can't walk into Seattle and win, and they did, so hopefully I'm not jinxing this team. But here is a 9-deep, 20 minutes per game, healthy, defensively strong, tall, and powerful Kentucky team that boasts Harrison brothers, Towns, Willie Caulie-Stein. I mean, this team runs so deep, and they just, everything about John Calipari's recruiting for this freshman class and other freshmen that he has recruited in his career as a coach in college, we'll get to later. But Jeremy, do you think Kentucky has what it takes to go through the national tournament, and of course the conference tournament, but the national tournament, and go completely undefeated?
Well, I mean, as you said before, this team is absolutely stacked.
Yes.
They've got, coming into the season, you know, we were looking at the sophomores more than the freshmen.
Right.
They thought that would be sort of the driving force behind this Kentucky team. And it's been the freshmen, through a balanced attack across the roster, that have just given so much effort, so much consistency for John Calipari over this year. And they're a force like only Kentucky can be. And honestly, I don't see anything standing in their way at this point. Obviously, all bets are off when the tourney starts, right. But you know, you got to put your money where you see it right now. And I see it on Kentucky. Right.
The only other team that I've been saying now for a little bit of time is I really do believe in Duke basketball this year. And I'm not a Duke fan. I'm actually a Duke hater. I always like UNC more than Duke. But I think that's the only type of team that's quick enough to get around this. They have 5 guys that stand at least 6'9", 6'10", and they interchange them regularly. Now you have, again, when it comes to like John Calipari, this isn't surprising. He is a let's like bring this guy in for 1 year and then tell him he can go right to the NBA. Because when you look at Calipari's freshmen, it's amazing the list of people that came to be. And again, holding that off for just one more second, because Kentucky going to the tournament, that's a team that through this year they were down to Georgia by 9 and they fought back and they won. And even in the games where the score is they only won by 3 or 4 or 5 points, when you actually watch it all the way through, it was not nearly as close as the score predicts. I'm sorry, as the score reflects. Because, again, when you have that much defensive prowess, I've been making the joke this entire year that Kentucky's going to win the national championship 30-28 because they're such a defensively strong team. But it will be interesting to see what happens in the tournament. But let's talk a little bit about John Calipari's freshmen. So FanSided ran a poll, and they asked to vote on who were the 3 best freshmen under the John Calipari Kentucky era. So this does not count Derrick Rose from Memphis, but he obviously would be one of the best. He averaged some crazy numbers. So I voted for Anthony Davis, John Wall, and Julius Randle. I wanted to give DeMarcus Cousins some love as well, but I actually think Julius Randle was better as a freshman than DeMarcus Cousins was.
He's the future.
And he's the future of your Lakers.
He's the only thing that keeps me sleeping at night.
Right, so this is the top of it. I mean, Anthony Davis was a force to be reckoned with, and he obviously was amazing. John Wall was just the most exciting player to watch in college that year. Some names on the list that aren't mentioned on this part of it, though: Eric Bledsoe, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, Brandon Knight. And if you remember, Brandon Knight, a few years back, 2011 Final Four, they lost to UConn. Do you know who UConn's point guard was? Kemba Walker. Talk about 2 of the best point guards going head-to-head in a college basketball year. It's what makes the tournament so fucking great. Kemba versus Brandon Knight. Hopefully this year we'll see more. I want to see Tyus Jones from Duke go head-to-head with one of the Harrison brothers. I think Aaron plays point guard. Might be, what's the, it's Aaron and Andrew. Yeah,
Andrew plays,
AA and AN.
I think Andrew plays point guard.
Yeah, Andrew does.
Andrew plays point guard, okay.
They look, they're twins.
They're brothers.
Brother twins.
Brother twins.
They're brother twins.
Related.
They're related.
Okay.
And they're very clutch in general. But so, Jeremy, who do you think out of those lists, I mean, between Anthony Davis, DeMarcus Cousins, Brandon Knight, who is the best freshman you've seen under John Calipari?
I mean, the poll shows you Anthony Davis is on that. Anthony Davis might not be the best John Calipari freshman. He might be the best player in the NBA eventually. This guy is so good. He's so good. And not to take anything away from the other freshmen that have come out of Calipari's system, but Anthony Davis is something special. And I think that's a testament not just to him as a talent, but also to Calipari as a coach. And the same thing can be said about all these other great talents that you see on this list. But you got to go Anthony Davis, and Wall right behind him sounds pretty right too.
Yeah, John Wall. When I was watching John Wall, he once grabbed the ball mid-transition at the opponent's foul line roughly, and I swear he got to the rim in 3 steps. He caught it full speed. He was there either 3 steps, 4 steps, or he did it in about 2.4 seconds.
John Wall is the fastest player dribbling the basketball I've ever seen.
Right, and he's got touch, though, because when you watch this, again, actually, the reference I'll make is, and I made this reference before, Jose Mourinho, who's the coach of, I'm moving over to soccer for 2 seconds. Jose Mourinho is the coach of, who was a Premier League coach, premier coach in the soccer world. Lionel Messi said was faster with a ball than he was without one. John Wall might be faster with a ball in his hand than without one. And the thing you would think about that is when he explodes to the rim, he's going so quick, but he's got such nice touch. Just gently falls off the back.
Being called the Lionel Messi of the NBA is certainly not a bad thing.
Hey, he's proved a lot of people wrong. They thought he was just a fast guy, and it turns out he's a hell of a good point guard. Very exciting to watch. Lastly, before we leave you guys, in general, why the tournament is so great. In 2011, yes, it was Kentucky versus UConn, which is 2 powerhouses going against each other in the Final Four. If you remember, it was number 11 VCU, Shaka Smart's VCU, versus number 8 Butler in the other game of the Final Four. And eventually Kentucky went on to beat Butler. I'm sorry, UConn went on to beat Butler. That was Kemba Walker's year. Shabazz was a freshman. Shabazz was a senior last year, and they won again. The tournament's fantastic.
Long live the arm sleeve.
Long live the arm sleeve. There you have it, guys, from Jeremy and Jason. Thank you for watching. Leave your favorite Calipari freshman in the comment section below. And are they going undefeated? Who can beat Kentucky Wildcat basketball this year? We don't know. I don't think anybody, maybe besides Duke. We'll see what happens in the tournament, conference tournament, and the NCAA tourney. We'll be back with way more NCAA tournament coverage as we get closer, including our brackets. I can't wait for that to come out. Guys, again, thanks for watching, and do not forget to subscribe.